Yes. Welcome back to the channel, my dear friends, wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, well, we are back once again for the late afternoon special edition. Wherever you are, this is Salon's blog, and it is the channel for all Chelsea fans. Whatever that is happening around the globe, it's been 2 days since we won the Club World Cup. We are the world champions right now, and a lot is happening. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see, I've lost my voice. I'm still trying to recover. I'm not too sure. I've drank so much water. I'm still treating myself. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. I believe that within the next few days, my voice will be clear. But quickly, Chelsea owners, especially Todd has been speaking. You know, he's a businessman. And so he's been speaking to the business community. What has Todd got to say about Chelsea winning? Chelsea winning the Club World Cup has spent, it has actually sent a strong signal to the spine of other club owners around the world. This is what Todd has to say about the project. Todd said, it is still hard to digest. It's been surreal. The thing that made the day was how well the boys played. They had nothing to lose. They put it all out there. They were so organized. The boys were so organized and methodical. They were so organized and methodical. The plan that Enzo Maresca laid out was so well done. The combination of the planning and the execution couldn't make me more proud. A proud owner, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe because of my voice, you can read it for yourself right there on your screen. Yeah, he was speaking on a live talk spot, White and Jordan Live. He said a lot of things. I'm not too sure if I can bring all out due to my voice right now, ladies and gentlemen. But I want you to understand something here clearly. Many clubs have an eye on Nicolola Jackson in a transfer window. Many clubs. Yes, Jackson's situation right now at Chelsea. Manchester United, among those clubs. Aston Villa. Unai Emery is a long-term admirer, giving him his debut at Villarreal. We bought Jackson from Villarreal. Yes, and so Unai Emery with Aston Villa right now, but then Jackson was under his tutelage. So the Aston Villa head coach Emery knows Jackson very well, and he is an admirer. AC Milan are equally keen, but the gap in valuation of the player, £100 million. Ladies and gentlemen, why am I saying this? Like I said, I will not say much. I'll be leaving here very soon because of my voice. I need to recover my voice, ladies and gentlemen. You see, Chelsea are still in the transfer market. They are still looking. They are scanning through. We know we need a center back, one center back, yes, right now as we speak. But also, any more incomings are likely to depend on first team player exit. Any more incoming right now, according to the report you are receiving, are likely to depend on first team exit. Who are the first team players? The player that went to the Club World Cup. They are the first team players right now. So it will all depend on the exit. We understand. Chelsea are not actively. Actively means that they are seriously in the market. Chelsea are not actively trying to sell any of their players. Yes. If you think Christopher Nkunku is leaving tomorrow, Chelsea are not actively looking to sell any of the. You saw it. The lap was there. Maresca played Christopher Nkuku. You saw it. Jackson was there. Maresca played JOAO Pedro. Now, the lap, JOAO Pedro, Christopher Nkuku, Nicolola Jackson, these are all strikers. Christopher is more of second striker, behind the main striker. All these players are there, but we still won the Club World Cup. We made use of Jackson initially, the lap, then JOAO Pedro came on. We dropped Jackson, JOAO Pedro continued the journey with Christopher Nkuku. He still played part of all the games. And he featured very well, happily. So, Chelsea are not actively looking to sell any of these players. But if only a good offer comes in, ladies and gentlemen, as we speak, we understand. As we speak, Bayern Munich, where is it? Where is it? Bayern Munich are interested in Christopher Nkuku and Renato Viega. The interest from Bayern has been there since last season. Right now, their interest is there, but they have not made an official approach yet for the player. So should Christopher Nkuku leaves, then Chelsea can now get into the market for an active business. Should Jackson leaves, that is if the offer is good, we will not just let go. Because our players are happy. We understand after the Club World Cup, yes, Enzo Fernandez. You see, let me tell you guys something here today. Enzo Maresca loves Jackson so much because of his work rate. Enzo Maresca made very clear, any player that is unhappy can go. Jackson was unhappy. But we understand Enzo Maresca tried to persuade Jackson to be patient, to calm down. We saw it after the game. Jackson went fighting for his teammates. He went fighting PSG players. I think, PSG player tried to attack JOAO Pedro, and Jackson had to intervene. He was still fighting for his teammates, even though he did not play it. And Enzo Maresca went pulling him back to separate him. We saw it, right? Yes. So, the truth of the matter is that Chelsea are not actively looking to go into the market, but in case there's a good price for Jackson, Christopher Nkuku, or any first team player, then only, ladies and gentlemen. Now, one of those players that Chelsea could go for in case Christopher Nkuku or Jackson leaves is Ekitike, which we'll be working on all these whiles. Frankfurt have actually turned down a bid from Newcastle worth £70 million. My goodness. For Hugo Ekitike. Club remained in talks after Newcastle sent a delegation to Germany. Newcastle bid of 70 million was turned down by Frankfurt. How much did they want? They insist that 100 million euros, which is about 93 million pounds. That is about 93 million pounds, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why Chelsea stepped back a little. That was why we went in for the lap. I mean, JOAO Pedro, yes. Now, Frankfurt are still maintaining their price. You can imagine the reason why Chelsea put Jackson on 100 million pounds. The market this season. Liverpool and Chelsea also admire Ekitike. Liverpool wants a new number 9 with Darwin Núñez still expected to depart, and interest in Alexander Isak is well documented. and active. Chelsea could still sign another attacker if Christopher Nkunku leaves, or Nicolola Jackson, who is not untouchable right now, with a growing interest from many clubs, according to Pletigo. Many interest on Christopher Nkunku from many clubs in England and in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. What else? My voice is gone. I don't want to talk much, but quickly, let me let you understand it before you go. JOAO Pedro is the first player to win a trophy with a club without even visiting their training facility first. I'm repeating it. JOAO Pedro is the first player in Europe to win a trophy with a club without even first visiting their training facility first. JOAO Pedro was signed 3 games to end the competition, the Club World Cup. He will never visited Cobham. He has never played in Stamford Bridge. He has never been to Chelsea, first team dressing room, and yet won a major trophy with Chelsea. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Quickly, in 30 seconds, and I'll be out of this place. In 30 seconds. Where is it? Chelsea earned 163.7 million last season, being fourth on the Premier League table. Chelsea earned 163.7 million pounds for the 4th position they earned in the Premier League last season. The winner of the Premier League, Liverpool, earned 174.5 million pounds. Second, Arsenal, 171.5 million. Third, Man City, 165.5 million pounds. Fourth, Chelsea, 163.7 million. Fifth, Newcastle, 160.2 million. Aston Villa, 159.3. Seventh, Nottingham Forest, 152.5. Brighton, 145. Bournemouth, 143.4. Brentford, 138.9. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are, Antonio. The last club, the club that was 20th, Southampton, that was relegated, they earned 109. You can go through the list by yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. I'm out of voice. I pray and hope by the time I will come back here, my voice will be clearer. I will see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.